Welcome to today's explainer. Okay, I want you to take just a second and imagine stepping into a high-end clothing boutique, a really warm, cozy coffee shop, or maybe one of those premium beauty stores. Almost instantly, you're greeted by this soft, perfectly balanced fragrance that just seems to fill the entire space. It feels incredibly welcoming, right? Well, those delightful ambient scents, they are far from random coincidences. In fact, they're highly calculated. Today, we're going to explore the fascinating, data-driven world of why stores smell so good and how those invisible aromas are literally shaping what you buy. So, I've got a question for you. Have you ever wondered why certain stores feel practically impossible to leave? Like you walked in just to browse for a minute, but suddenly you've been lingering around for 20 minutes, feeling totally at ease? Well, as you'll see today, that feeling isn't an accident. Those pleasant scents are actually working like an invisible string, gently pulling your decisions and modulating your emotions without you even realizing it's happening. Let's dive right in by defining exactly what we're talking about here. It's called scent marketing, or olfactory marketing. Basically, it's a super refined, totally data-backed commercial tactic that capitalizes on the unique power of human smell to shift our emotional states and, yet, subtly steer our purchasing decisions. Think about it. We live in a digital era where we are absolutely bombarded with visual and audio ads. Screens and jingles literally everywhere all day. Because of that, scent marketing has evolved into this distinctive, almost stealthy competitive advantage for brands.
Section 1. The Brain-Scent Connection. Let's look under the hood at the actual biology of your shopping habits.
Okay, this biological pathway is absolutely wild. When you see an image or hear a sound, those sensory inputs have to be relayed through the brain's thalamus first. It's kind of like a processing checkpoint. But smell? Smell breaks all the rules. Scent particles bypass that checkpoint entirely. They travel directly to the amygdala, which regulates your emotions, and the hippocampus, which handles memory. Because it takes this biological fast track, scent triggers immediate, subconscious emotional reactions. It's way faster and way more intuitive than anything you could ever see or hear.
And the real-world impact of that direct pathway? It's huge. Empirical research shows that a staggering 73% of consumers can vividly pull up specific memories and feelings triggered by a distinct scent. And get this, that 73% includes people who claim to have a terrible sense of smell. This unbelievable mind-emotion link makes fragrance a seriously potent tool for any brand trying to build a deep emotional connection with you.
Section 2. Driving Sales with Scent. Let's pivot and look at the undeniable data on how this biology gets monetized.
Retailers are completely reshaping your shopping patterns with these tailored scents. Rule number 1, keep you in the building. A massive study looking at over 400 retail venues proved that perfectly crafted, scented shopping environments actually extend a consumer's average stay duration by almost 16%, just from changing the air. And obviously, extended in-store time means you browse longer, which majorly bumps up the odds of you making an unplanned impulse buy. This perfectly illustrates how different scents are deployed for totally different retail goals. On one hand, you've got your mild, soothing aromas, right? Things like lavender and vanilla. These cultivate a really relaxed atmosphere, stripping away the rush and weariness we usually associate with running errands. It makes you just want to hang out. But on the flip side, bright, punchy scents like citrus or green tea are used to invigorate your mood. That creates a vibrant, trendy vibe, which is exactly what fashion boutiques or youth-oriented sportswear stores want to project.
So, what does this all mean for the bottom line? Well, statistical analysis reveals that simply being in a scented space improves a consumer's positive evaluation of a product by nearly 15%. Let that sink in. It literally makes you like the product more. Plus, it lifts purchase intentions by 6% compared to completely unscented environments. These are not just subtle little psychological shifts. They are massive, quantifiable boosts to a store's sales.
We see this playing out in the real world constantly. Think about your local supermarket. They are deliberately pumping out the smell of fresh-baked bread or roasted coffee to kickstart your appetite, which directly boosts sales in the food aisles. Meanwhile, luxury fashion houses develop these exclusive signature scents that match their high-end vibe, which actually tricks your brain into perceiving their clothes as more valuable. And wellness spas? They use soothing herbal fragrances to double down on relaxation. They're taking a routine service and turning it into this immersive, multi-sensory experience that makes people totally fine with paying premium prices. Section 3. Building olfactory brand identity. Because trust me, this strategy goes way beyond just making a quick sale today.
Using a unique, consistent signature fragrance actually functions as an intangible brand icon. It's every bit as recognizable as a visual logo. Famous global brands like Starbucks, Calvin Klein, and Abercrombie & Fitch, and man, we all know Abercrombie didn't hold back on the cologne in the 2000s. They built iconic olfactory identities that are permanently etched into consumer memory. Whenever you smell that specific scent, whether you're in a store or unboxing something at home, you instantly associate it with the brand's core image and their premium experience. It is, quite literally, an invisible logo. And that invisible logo is a powerhouse for customer loyalty. Industry reports verify that these scent-driven experiences actually boost consumer engagement by 38%. That kind of deep memory association makes a brand super sticky, drives up repeat purchases, and really helps companies cut through the noise in retail. It's the ultimate foundation for long-term brand loyalty.
Section 4. The science of perfect scenting. Because, as you might guess, none of this works if you just spray cheap perfume everywhere.
Getting scent marketing right is an exact science that hinges on precise brand positioning. You absolutely have to match the scent with the target demographic. For example, warm, sweet, mild fragrances, perfect for family-focused stores because they feel incredibly intimate and cozy. But contrast that with a tech retailer. They need clean, minimalist, crisp scents to project precision and modern innovation. You definitely don't want your sleek new laptop smelling like warm vanilla, and you sure don't want a family clothing store smelling like sharp, sterile citrus.
Retailers also have to be so careful with how much they use. If they choose overpowering, pungent fragrances or something totally off-brand, it's going to trigger discomfort and actually ruin their reputation. Plus, there's this tricky thing called olfactory fatigue. To prevent it, stores have to keep their fragrance concentrations super mild and balanced, ensuring the ambient scent stays pleasant without completely overwhelming your senses.
So bringing this all together, as sensory marketing matures, we're seeing a massive shift. Shoppers today, we don't just care about product quality or getting a good deal anymore. We want a fully immersive sensory experience. Scent marketing is this highly underrated yet exceptionally powerful tool that completely makes up for the limitations of old-school visual-only ads. It takes a boring, passive product display and turns it into active, emotion-driven communication.
Understanding scent marketing really opens your eyes to the subtle psychological nudges happening around us every single day. Those amazing smells in modern stores aren't just a happy accident. They are brilliant commercial strategies completely grounded in neuroscience. So I want to leave you with this final thought for today's explainer. The next time you find yourself lingering in a store, suddenly wanting to buy something you totally didn't plan for, just take a deep breath. What invisible strings might be guiding your next purchase?